Hey there everybody, Jack Barnwell here on beautiful Mackinac Island, and today we have a very special treat for you. We're back on site at the iconic, majestic, beautiful Brigadoon. And it's been just over a year since Brigadoon tragically caught fire. The entire third story was completely destroyed and the whole entire house had to be stripped down to nothing and completely rebuilt. Fortunately, through an incredible restoration process, it was able to be saved and restored to its incredible historic integrity. And today we're going to show you through the gardens, the landscape, show you some sneak peeks into the house and the cottage and how absolutely magical and beautiful she really is and has become after this amazing renovation. Let's dive in. All right, so as many of you know, Brigadoon caught fire just over a year ago and fortunately was able to be saved. It has been a monumental effort to do so, including a huge amount of restoration and overhaul of the landscape and gardens. During the construction of the house, they had to have some very large lifts and cranes. In fact, they even brought a helicopter in to set that very top turret in the front there, because we couldn't have a very large crane parked out in the middle of the street and blocking traffic for a whole day. And so that was actually set with a helicopter, but this was an incredible effort. And during that effort, there were some big pieces of equipment driving all over the site. The original walkway got completely destroyed. All of the yard and lawn and gardens, everything was just ripped right up. All the irrigation, lighting, everything was ripped right out and destroyed. So this spring, we had to completely start over with a blank canvas. So all that stuff had to be, torn out and disposed of before we could even start on grading, cleaning up, and restoring it. So all that underground work, entirely new irrigation system, lighting system, gardens, soil amendment, building all the way up, getting this absolutely beautiful, beautiful sod installed to have it looking this beautiful and gorgeous for the summertime is definitely a monumental task that my team and I are really, really proud of. The house underwent an incredible amount of work, a lot of restoration. The entire thing has just been repainted. In fact, I think the painters are finishing up today. There's a last bit of little punch list items. There's always little things to scrape down and clean up and paint. There's little odds and ends. The punch list is getting shorter and shorter on the landscape side and on the construction side. So we have very, very little left before we feel like we've really wrapped this one up and finished out all the little details. An entirely new walkway concept going around the cottage here. We went with a sand molded clay brick that'll age, timelessly, and accented it with these stripes of tumbled bluestone. So these are a gauged and cut bluestone paver. Really beautiful concept there, and that those lines just kind of pulling some symmetry and really, really beautiful framing element to the front and the back walkway here. I love the way that all turned out. And during construction, we weren't really able to save too much at all, except for some, these original beds in the back here are saved, a huge, beautiful lilac, big, big beech, and this stunning, stunning lilac here, we were able to, wrap up and protect and save. And this is a really old, gnarly, twisty lilac with all the moss and everything growing on it. So this one, we took extra efforts and precaution to make sure that this beauty was saved. And to some people, she's a naughty, gnarly, old ugly thing, but I think that she's just beautiful. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah. So as you can see, there's still some scaffold here set up. They're taking care of some of the last little details, getting things painted up, but the porches are all repainted, and it's just really monumental and incredible what was done here. This screen planting on this side here, we reimagined a little bit, put in some nice single stem birch, you know, to sort of have a secondary screening of some different tree form and stuff besides just the arborvitae hedge. So the arborvitae hedge went in, then we have some serviceberry, single stem birch. This is dogwood. Of course, some beautiful hydrangeas and some perennials mixed in. And then the big, massive apron of annuals. The real look of this Queen Anne classic Victorian is just really, really heavy on the colorful display of annuals, especially out front. The big, big, colorful summer show is in full effect here on this one. Really matching the kind of grandeur and look of a lot of the big West Bluff, beautiful Queen Anne Victorians, and Grand Hotel, the Iroquois Hotel. Some of these just absolutely outstanding examples of Victorian architecture. Just looks so beautiful with all the, you know, annual color and that kind of big, big show. This is RD back here. Beautiful, beautiful horse. Hi, Guy. Hi. He's pretty happy in his newly restored paddock. We just got all the irrigation and everything in back here. So we've got irrigation to finish up. As you can see right here, there's still a few little odds and ends here. This has got to be capped off and turned into a nice little spigot that goes there on the post. But RD has his watering set up here where he can drink water out of there, and it just auto fills so he never gets too thirsty, which is pretty nice for him. Brigadoon has a really beautiful antique carriage collection that came with the house. Many of them came with the house originally, and the current owners have continued to collect some really beautiful antique carriages that they use on a regular basis. Take RD out driving, hauling these absolutely stunning carriages around, and using the property as it was originally designed and intended to be used in like classic Mackinac style. Anyway, this is a very, very beautiful estate and beautiful property right downtown Mackinac Island. It was an honor to be a part of the restoration and rebuilding of beautiful Brigadoon. I hope you guys all enjoyed a little, hey, eating my grass. Hope you guys all enjoyed this tour through, and we'll include in this video, of course, some of the before photos during construction and during the fire and everything, so you really get a scope of the scale of what occurred here on an island with all horses and bikes, where everything had to be shipped here on a boat to make this all happen in a year is really remarkable. So kudos to all the other contractors involved, and I think we all should be really, really proud of this one, and Brigadoon will be an absolute legacy for many, many people to enjoy for generations to come. Hope you guys are all having a great day or evening or whatever it may be. We'll see y'all again in the next video. Cheers.